Hi guys, this is Sati Verma. We earlier discussed about the super easy hydroponic in a Dutch bucket. So we had this Dutch bucket where we grown this cucurbit. Now to begin with, this was not a very big container, and that happened now because the roots have taken much of the volume of this bucket. It was initially very small, so we ended up, as the plant is growing, we have to water it almost every day now, depending on the temperature and the size of the plant, but the plant otherwise as well, because we are filling it every day almost now. The plant has grown quite big and good, and I'm pleased. You can see there is a fruit here which will be ripening in a short while. So this fruit is going very well on this plant, and the morning glory obviously has taken over this entire plant, but I can identify it from the leaves. It is going to the top. Coming back to our bucket here, so this was not a very good experience growing it in a small container. Definitely it should be a bigger container, otherwise I cannot call it super easy hydroponic anymore, because you have to water it almost every day. So next time I will remember to grow such plants which are climbers in a larger container. The plants we have in other container, we don't have to change water repeatedly, but this one here, because initially it was a smaller container to begin with, and then the roots have almost taken up much of the volume of this container, so nothing is left to fill it with water. But we are filling this bucket almost every day if the temperatures are warmer, and we cannot even keep up with the nutrition every day. So sometimes it is plain city water, sometimes we add a little bit of nutrition, which is not exactly the right way of doing it. But yeah, it can be super easy if the container is bigger one, and we have our own experience with other plants here. This is another plant coming up. It's a bean plant growing very well, and we don't have to water it almost every day. Probably a week or even a month later we have to add a little bit water. The bean is growing very well again, so we have not started seeing the beans on it, but shortly we will. This is also going on this tower. So yeah, just a reminder that next time when I grow this plant, especially the climber or any plant, I'll try to use a bigger container. Then only we can call it super easy. Thank you very much for watching. Okay.